Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I am very familiar, and I'm not an expert, but I am very familiar with statistics and with opinion polls and how they're made, how the questions are created, and how the questions were formulated and asked by the people going over there and asking them. It's almost always it starts with an agenda, with a thing that you want to find out, right? So you create an opinion poll to find out, the opinion of people. But you also have almost always an agenda in trying to prove something or to show something, and those opinion polls are usually ordered by some other guys and other institutions. Now, opinion polls, the businesses, are not independent. You can think they are by people, and people have preferences, and people have allegiances, and they have agendas. So, with that being said, let's read a little poll done in Russia regarding their support for the Russian war in Ukraine, and you will be surprised of the results. Now, the thing is, this comes from a Ukrainian, outlet, and I don't know exactly how the opinion poll was conducted. So I can't tell you left or right. But since this comes from Ukrainska Pravda, I'm assuming that they picked a certain opinion poll that shows a lower result. I'm pretty sure they poll people all the time to feel the pulse of the society. That's what they do. Okay, so they know if I do this, it's going to be good. Let's see if I'm going to implement this, it's going to be good or bad, whatever it's going to be. So that's the way they're. So this article comes from Ukrainska Pravda, from September 2nd, 2022. 76% of Russians support war with Ukraine after 6 months into it. Levada Center survey. So, opinion poll survey, whatever. So, we got 76%. As of late August 2022, 76% of Russians support the actions of the Russian army, which unleashed a bloody war in Ukraine, killing blah blah blah. I'm not going to read that thing. So the survey results on 25 to 31st of August, the period when it was conducted. Quote, the level of support for actions of the Russian armed forces in Ukraine has not changed in the summer months. 46% definitely support. That's almost 50%. Definitely support the actions of the Russian armed forces, and another 30% somewhat support them. Now, and 17% of respondents do not support that. Imagine that you have a presidential candidate in the United States, or a president, and his approval rating would be 76%. How would you consider that? Now, I know in Russia, Putin has about 81 or 82 or 90 or something. He's over there. We're not talking about that thing. But I'm talking about the United States. In the United States, if a president has about 51% approval rating, wow, it's successful. It's fantastic. That's how it's here. The presidents don't have more than, I don't know, if they reach, I don't think they reach to 60, but they're between 50 and 60. Let's put it in general. The keyword is in general. I don't remember being more than that, but I'm just saying. From what I know, I'm watching the last 3, and I don't think they went to over 60. And if they went, how many times? So generally, as I said, it's above 50. So 52, 53 is a success. That president got the overwhelming, that's the word, overwhelming support of U.S. citizens. It's about 53. 53. Now imagine that that president would have 76. They would say, he's God, or she, or it. Right? He's a God right there. That's how it would be here. Never heard. I can't remember when the president got that. I don't know, maybe Eisenhower, or I don't know, not even Eisenhower, Roosevelt or something. I don't know if they were taking opinion polls then, but nevertheless, let's go further here. Imagine 76 support. And all those 76 are Nazis supporting the bloody war that they said here that I didn't want to read. Unleashed a bloody war in Ukraine, killed civilians and occupied the other country's territory. So obviously, 76% of the adult population, let's say Russia has 145, let's say, million people. Let's say the adult population is about, I don't know, let's say, let's say 2 quarters. No, not 2 quarters. What? 2/3, I'm sorry. So 2/3. So 2/3, you got to about, I say, 66. So 66% of 140, whatever it is, 145. So that's about what? 80 million, right? It was, right? No, 80 million. What am I talking about? It's, my God, it's 100 million because it's 50-50. They will get, that's about one. So it's about 100 million people. That's the poll. And 100 million people, you got 76 million people, which is 76% of 100. You got those people to support the war. So you got most of the adult population. Those people support the bloody and killing people, civilians and so on. So what are you going to do with them? Are you going to do the same thing these guys are planning to do with the MAGA Republicans that voted for Trump, for his ideas, which is about, coincidentally, about 76 million who voted for Trump? Or something like that. I can't remember how much. It was 76, 74, 78, something around that. What are I going to do with those? So, according to the survey results, the greatest support for the actions of the Russian army in Ukraine is observed among the older age group, which is from what? 60 up, 80 up, 20 up? What's old? What do you define here? I would like to know. But nevertheless, they don't mention so far. So, as for the question whether to continue military operation or move to negotiations, Russian society seemed to be divided almost equally. About half of the Russian, 48%, believe that it is necessary to continue military operation. Slightly less people, 44%, assume that peace talks should begin. A third of the Russian respondents believe that people like themselves share moral responsibility with the army for the deaths of civilians and destruction in Ukraine. 10% believe that they definitely do. 23% replied they to some extent do. 60% of respondents stated the opposite. No, we don't have any responsibility. No significant changes have been observed on the issue since May. Well, I'm sorry, the military is over there. Would you take responsibility for bombing civilians in Iraq? Would you? So if you put it in this context, would you take responsibility for killing Serbs in 1999? Are you responsible? Are you responsible, whoever is alive, about My Lai massacre in Vietnam? Do you take responsibility for that? And if you take responsibility, then you should go to the Hague Tribunal, right? That nobody went. So, okay, there's many things. You're going to take responsibility for whatever happened at Abu Ghraib? No? Remember that prison? So no, there's individuals, specific individuals who commit crimes. You're not responsible for what they do. You're not. That is, a different kind of collective punishment that is in very much in another culture, not our civilization. All right, let's go. Right. So the Levada Center survey was conducted on 25 to 31st August 2022 among 1,612 Russian aged 18 and over. The study is conducted at the respondents' homes involving the methods of personal interview. All right. The margin error during the survey among 1,600 people does not exceed 3.4% for indicators close to 50%, 2.9% for indicators close to 25 and 75%, and 2% for indicators close to 5% to 95%. So obviously, the more you go to, the bigger the error could be in the respondents' response. All right, so this is it with this. They support the war. They still support the war. And believe me, if the news goes that Russia is losing, they will probably, the support will be, the motherland is under attack, we should all rile up and support our great leader, blah, 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 and so on. And believe me, Putin has a higher, I think his was 82 or 92 or something like that. It was always between 80 and 90. And it didn't go down. I think the lowest was one time about 68 or something like that, but not during the war, before sometime. And believe me, this is one survey that the Ukrainians put it forth. Now, and why would they put it forth? To show how great the Russians are in supporting their leader? No, they want to say that, there's not, see, it's only 76%. Where I said, put that in another context, and 76 is a overwhelming success, never heard godlike success in the presidential or any politician in the United States is approval rating. And are those 76 million that I mentioned, I extrapolated from a survey to the population, okay, I understand that, but that's what they mean when we do all this and all that. So 76 million of Russian adults, are war criminals and crazies and stupid and all that. Well, I don't know. If you look at the masses and the IQ, I don't know. And that's not in Russia, it's everywhere. I don't know if everywhere, but at least in the countries where we keep track of the IQ. Thank you very much for being with me again today. The US Army, that's their criteria to get people in the army. So they use the IQ very much, and they rely on it very much. So who says, oh, the IQ is the US Army not only uses it as a criteria to get you in the army and give you a weapon and defend your country or attack others for the big industries. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.